Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, taking a look at another knife from the Apex Pass Around. So, big time shout out to Apex, David Blade Banner, for helping get this one out to us. It's an Artisan Cutlery Xcellerator. Now, this is a design collaboration with Mike Snody. I hope I'm saying that right. It's Snody. Snotty, I'm sorry. I chose Snody, but anyway, so definitely thanks to Apex for that. Now, we've got a couple different versions. As you can see, we've got the black micarta and stonewashed blade version. There's also a black micarta PVD coated. Then you've got a green micarta that comes with both handle materials. There's also a premium edition titanium with S90V, and that titanium handle pretty much has the frag type pattern on there. I know a lot of people enjoy the frag pattern on knives, so there is a premium version of the Xcellerator out there from Artisan. As you can see, you do have, oh, that's a dropper, man. With my luck the past week, I gotta be careful. But it's a big old knife. Now, for those of you that like bigger knives, this one's probably gonna make you a little happier. I know that's a comment I get a lot of times. Hey, it's too small. I like bigger knives. Well, this one's definitely probably going to fill that category. But again, black micarta, got that nice little pop of brass around the pivot collar, which I like. I think that's a really good combo. Titanium pocket clip, titanium backspacer, again with a little pop of color on the backspacer. The pin for lanyard fans. Yes. Now, as you can tell, you do have some curvature in that pocket clip, and there's no place to put it on that side, so it is right hand tip up carry only. Now, it's kind of interesting because we've seen this very recently, but now there's no flipper tab. There kind of looks like there is a cutout there where there could be like a low profile flipper tab, but there's not. The only means of deployment for this one is going to be the hole. Now, I know that'll make a lot of you happy. That may make some of you not so happy, and I get it. Understand that. Single motor deployment, especially a hole, for me, I'm getting better as long as I don't cut myself, but I can understand that. I can understand the hole. I mean, obviously you can thumb flip it as well. So, I mean, you can do it a couple different ways. If you're not so good at reverse flicking, you can definitely always, thumb flick it, thumb roll it, however you want to do it. But the hole is the only means of deployment. Everything is chamfered off very nicely. Artisan does a very good job with that. Absolutely. Now, look at that blade. Oh my goodness. Now, as I said, the premium version is S90V. This is your more budget version. When I say budget, you're looking at just, I think on the Artisan site, they're going for like 98 and change. Where the premium version, S90V titanium, is going for like 200. $199.99, I believe is what it is. This is RPM 9. Like I said, this is a design collaboration. Now you've got a really good chunk of RPM 9 up there for that steel. Now, the one thing I kind of was playing around with this knife and checking it out, this grip is really good, and my thumb hits the ramp with the jimping very good there. Now, obviously, you can choke up. There's kind of a choke up spot there, and then my thumb actually gets out to the harpoon where I have some really good, control over the blade, and obviously you can draw cut with it as well. So a few different options as far as grip go. We'll get into that here in just a minute, but let's see. I said it's a big knife. Let's see how big it is. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're looking at just about 9 inches. Handle-wise, I mean, oh man, I'm getting right about 5 inches, maybe just a hair over. I know officially they say the blade is 3.75, and yeah, that's pretty close. Cutting edge is going to be just a little shy of that, 3 5/8-ish, right in there. Now, your normal grip length, as I see it, you're looking at right about 4 inches. If you go to that choke up spot, you're going to get more about 4.5. So definitely there's my 3 3/4 inch hand. I do have a bit left over, and you've got multiple finger grooves, so you are kind of locked into it. My hand does fit in there fairly well, to be honest. Now, if I go to the choke up point, that is actually a more comfortable grip for me with this knife on that choke up point. This isn't bad. We do kind of have a little bit of separation there. As you can see there, I've got a little bit of a gap in between my pinky and my ring finger. But this is a really comfortable grip for me. Not sure if I would use that grip a lot. Now, this being a larger knife, you guys know I tend towards a smaller one. There's a few that I like. So there's your size comparison up against the PM2. Obviously, it's a much larger knife than the PM2. About pushing a 1/2 inch on the blade and at least 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch on the handle. So if it's much bigger than the PM2, obviously it's going to be a lot bigger than the bug out, as you can very well see. Pardon me. So let's get oh, golly, that thing drops, man. That blade, whoo. See, it's got some heft to it, 6.1 ounces. Now, I didn't feel it was overly cumbersome for a carry. It's a little bit heavier than I like to carry, but it wasn't too bad. You do have a little bit of sticking out there. It's not a super deep carry clip, so you will have a little bit out of your pocket, but nothing major there. But overall, it's really actually very comfortable. Now, like I said before, I don't tend towards the larger knives. Pardon me, guys. I'm very sorry. This is a more comfortable grip for me. The choked up grip is probably my preferred grip on this one. Just, it seems more comfortable. This is not bad at all. Not saying that. Just for me, this is it's a more comfortable grip, choking up on it. Now, to be perfectly honest with you, is this one that would probably end up in my collection? Probably not. For the simple fact, it is larger than I like to carry. It is heavier than I like to carry. But I know those of you out there that do prefer this size of knife might make you kind of happy. Now, the one thing you do have to keep in mind is there are, specific finger grooves there, so I know that can give some people issues at times. For me, it does a little bit in this grip. In this grip, no, not really at all. Feels actually, and I get off that clip a little bit, and back in this grip, I can feel the clip. It's not an issue. It's not a hot spot. Definitely wouldn't go that route, but in this grip, I feel it a lot less, obviously, because I moved up way off of it. So, definitely an interesting knife. Very glad I got the opportunity to check it out. Apex, always hooking us up with some good stuff. Really, really appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Those of you that comment quite frequently about not liking the smaller knives, what do you guys think of this one? Definitely a larger knife. I mean, 9 inches, yeah, that's definitely what I would consider a large knife. Once you get over that 8-inch mark, that for me, that's a large knife. But what do you think? I like it. It's kind of cool. Probably not one that would end up in my collection for the reasons I mentioned. But overall, it's a well-made knife. And like I said, I'm so careful. It's a dropper, man. It does reverse flick very easily. And you guys know my trials and tribulations with that aspect. So in that case, it is nice. A large knife that reverse flicks pretty easy. But again, let me know what you guys think. Always appreciate you. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Hope those of you that celebrated 4th of July had a wonderful, wonderful time doing it, spending some time with family and so on. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the Artisan Xcellerator with me today. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.